to a recruit is it's a 4-year degree, get a chance to play the sport you love for 4 more years, get a Big Ten degree from Penn State University in a small campus environment, a fraction of the cost of what a lot of these other schools cost, and especially at our level, and just that chance to play baseball at a collegiate level, put a Penn State uniform on, and we're in our situation, we're 15 minutes outside of Philadelphia. There's a lot to do. We have a mix of so many different personalities and cultures and whatnot in our program that it's just kind of fun to see it all kind of mixed together. You get the kids from Philadelphia or New York. We get a lot of kids from New York as well, and they're going camping and in the mountains, and they're like, I've never done this before. And then you get the kids from the mountains going to the city for the night to go to a Phillies or a Sixers or a Flyers or an Eagles game. So that's kind of like we're close knit family here in our program, but that's kind of how we always have depicted it. Sometimes we're a little dysfunctional, but that's okay. What family isn't? That's kind of how we talk to our guys about things. But that our program, it's 1988 was the first year our baseball program came to be. We were a 2-year school for a long time. It was just a satellite campus to send guys up to the main campus. And in 2001, they started adding majors that were 4 years. And then in 2000, I believe it was 5 or 6, they started allowing 4-year athletics. So where most of our guys stay for 4 years, we will have a couple guys after their sophomore year, their major requires them to leave. And that's another unique thing too. One unique thing that I use to talk to our recruits about is that none of my coaching staff, including myself, are full-time here. And some people might be turned off by that, but we're bringing a kid into our campus to succeed in the classroom and then eventually succeed outside of the classroom. And we're bringing kids in to succeed in the classroom, and then when they graduate, in the real world. So when we have a coaching staff, for example, my full-time job outside of coaching is I work for a large trucking company in an accounting department. Our hitting coach works for his family's construction business. Our outfield coach is a retired police officer. Our pitching coach works for Vanguard. So, and our catching coach, he's a route salesman for a beverage company. So we have that connections for internships, and we have those connections for full-time jobs and the ear of people in companies that, and I've been around the block with some companies that I've worked for, and just, again, my relationship, the ability to create relationships, not just in baseball, but my relationships professionally in the professional world has helped my players as well. And it helps us recruit too, because of that unique situation. So I guess, I would love to be full-time at Penn State, but that's just not in the cards right now. And so we kind of take what we have and we make it an advantage to us. And, that's one of my big selling points to a lot of parents. I mean, you're not only selling the kid, you're selling the parents on your campus and your school and your program. So, and, you hear it all the time, coaches say, we're not bringing you here to be successful in baseball. And we want to win. We're competitive. We want to get on the baseball field and win. Right. But at the end of the day, if we don't win a championship in your 4 years, but you leave here with a degree and you're now making money and you're living your dream out, I think I've done a good job. One of my favorite things about how we've run the program the last few years, and when I was an assistant, we would get back from the playoffs, and we've never won our conference championship yet, and that's obviously a goal of ours still. But we would get back from conference playoffs, and we'd get off the bus, and people would grab their stuff, get in their car, and they'd leave. Under every head coach that I played for, and every head coach I've coached under, it was like that. And one of the most proudest moments was in 2019, when I really felt was when we were really installing our culture into our program. We got off the bus after playoffs, and I swear it was 3 hours that these guys we were all just hanging out in the parking lot, and we were like, no one wanted to leave because of the relationships that these guys have created over the course of a 10-month journey together. And some guys are going to be back, some guys won't be back. Some guys live in, we have kids from all over the country in our program. So that kid from Colorado is graduating. It's a reality sets in. We might not see him ever again. So you want to make sure that you have that culture that no one wants to leave. So even when they have to.
No, that's great. Back to the